Okay everybody, so if you'd like to make your way to the mat, and this morning I've got the green ball to work with. If you've got a cushion or anything that will give you just a little bit more height off the floor on some of the positions, we can just work to destabilise and challenge the body a little bit more this morning. If you haven't got anything like this available, okay, really don't worry. Okay, like I say, I'm not expecting you to go out and spend, your own money on stuff like this at the moment. But if you've got stuff like this hanging around, they're quite useful, all right? And if you like using the ball for Pilates, get one, okay? They're not a lot of money, and then you'll use it, okay? Sometimes when you've got a tool, you tend to do the exercise a little bit more, all right, which is brilliant. So we're going to start you off in your mobilising work as always. So if you'd like to sit yourself back round onto your heels and reach all the way up towards the top end of your mat, spreading out your fingers. And then as we draw the body nice and slowly up and along the ground, elbows in, shoulders down, opening the chest. And then we'll start by just coming up into a little gentle cat stretch. Roll up through the shoulders, up through with your back. And then taking your head and your tailbone away and sitting all of the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through, rolling open the shoulders and lifting up with your chin. Drawing up into a cat stretch, pulling up through the belly, up through the shoulders, up through with your back. And then taking your head and your tailbone away and sitting yourself all of the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body through. Roll down your shoulders, opening your chest. This time we'll curl the toes. Send the hips back, take the head down and lengthen along the back of your body. Coming forwards into a nice strong plank. Bending your knees and gently releasing back down upon your heels. Let's bring the body through. Lift and roll open the shoulders, lifting the chin. Curling the toes, pull up through the belly, ease the heels back and take the head down through your arms. Draw forwards into a nice strong plank. And then bending your knees and gently releasing yourself back down upon your heels. Bring the body through. Lift, rolling down the shoulders, opening with your chest. Curling the toes. Heels go back a little further towards the floor as you look up to your belly. Draw forwards into your strong plank. And then bending your knees and sitting all of the way back. And again, glide your body up and through. Curling the toes, easing the heels away and the head drawing down through your arms. Bring your body forwards into a strong plank. And bend your knees, gently releasing yourself back to your heels. One more time, bring the body through, curling the toes, sending the hips back, and we'll stay here this time and walk from one foot to the other. And just pedaling down, so drawing down one side of your body, spreading your fingers out against the floor so you've got a good base. Trying to feel that stretch, not only along the back of your legs, but coming up into your lower back. Maybe even coming up into your waist, if you can move that far. Alright, now let's draw the body all the way back down onto your knees. And if we can place the right foot forwards, ease the left leg back. And today, drop down your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Bring your left arm up and over, and then look up towards your hand. So you're feeling a nice stretch out and along the left side of your body. Releasing that hand all of the way back down to the floor. Curl the toes, lift up the back knee. Turning open to the right and raising your right arm up. Okay, and as we've been working with over the last few weeks, if you feel like it, opening up your front foot, going to the outside edge of your back foot and rolling open with your chest a little bit more. floor. We'll draw back up with the upper body, raising both of your arms. And see how you feel. If you can take your right hand back behind your left, come in for that little wrist wrap, drawing the shoulders open. And then let's release your arms all of the way back down. Move upon that back knee, drawing back your toes, digging the heel in, and just coming in for a little bit of a shift backwards with the tailbone. Okay, drawing back. Always remember, if you get a little bit of tightness behind the knee, just soften the knee, okay, it doesn't have to be straight. If you're going for a deeper stretch, maybe think about drawing the toes back a little bit more. If you're going for a deeper stretch into the hamstrings, maybe start to arch the lower back a little bit more. And then we'll come all the way up through into the middle, coming up into a high kneel, and then raising both of your arms. All right, take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, activate the waist and letting your arms draw over and away from you. Breathing in, come back to the middle. And breathing out, activate your waist, draw your arms over, drawing the arms away from your body. Breathing in, come back to the middle. And breathing out, letting your arms all of the way back down again. Alright, now if we can step the left foot forwards. And then just placing down your left hand to the outside of your foot. Let's raise the right arm upwards, a little bit of an arch coming over, looking up towards your hand, stretching all the way up into the side of your body. And then letting that hand all of the way back down again. Curl the toes, lifting up the back knee. Let's turn to the left and raise your left arm up. And again, as before, either stay or turn open your front foot, go to the outside edge of your back foot and gently open your body up a little bit more. And bringing it all the way back down, letting your knee back down onto the floor. Coming back up with your upper body, raising both of your arms. And then see this time if you can take your left hand behind your right and draw your arms back a little bit. And then letting your arms all of the way back down again. Moving back onto that back knee, drawing back your toes. Relaxing out your shoulders, a little bit of a hinge backwards through the tailbone. A little bit of a draw back through the toes. Protect the back of your knee. Alright, see how that is feeling for you today. And release it out. Alright, let's from here come around onto your back. And bend up your knees. Draw your heels in towards you. And just set your feet so they're about a hip distance apart. Have a look from side to side and just check out that your feet are not turning open and that you've got a parallel alignment there with your feet. Let your shoulders release out to the ground. And just to begin with here, let's draw those shoulders up towards your ears, roll them back and take them down. And again, roll your shoulders up towards your ears, roll them back, walk them down and walk them down and walk them down. Wriggle out your neck a little bit more. And working your lower back down into an imprint. And then releasing your back away from the floor. Again, taking your lower back down to imprint. And then releasing and settling to neutral. So feel that your ribs and tailbone are on the ground. You've got a conscious hollow underneath your lower back. Now let's take a deep breath in through your nose, letting your ribs widen. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, blowing the breath out and engaging with the core. So as you breathe in, the ribs are widening, the belly's flat. As you breathe out, draw the navel back to the spine, draw up on pelvic floor, and feel that contraction drawing in through the midline of your body. Again, as you breathe in, ribs widening, tummy remains flat. And then as you breathe out, start to become conscious of drawing up from the pelvic floor, engaging the core so that your tummy feels like it's drawing flatter and the waist feels like it's drawing tighter. So again, deep breath in, maybe shut your eyes and just really consider that drawing of energy all the way up from the arches of the feet, the lining of the legs, pelvic floor, transverse abdominis muscle, that corset, internal back strength muscle. Now I'm going to start us off today with our shoulder bridge. Okay, so relaxing out your shoulders, opening out with your chest, taking a breath in to prepare, and as you breathe out, imprint your back ever so slightly and start to draw your back away from the floor and travel all of the way up onto your shoulders. Breathing in and then breathing out as you lower your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, into an imprint and back to neutral. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, imprint your back, peel your spine away from the floor, try not to clench your buttocks. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out as you lower vertebrae by vertebrae into your imprint and back out to neutral. Again, breathing in. As you breathe out, this time if you feel okay with it, staying in that lifted position, and we're coming into an alternating heel lift. So as you raise one heel, breathing out, as you lower, breathing in. Raising the other heel, breathing out, breathing in as you lower. As you lift the heel, imagine you could draw your hip bones together. Breathing in to lower. Again, breathing out, lifting the heel. Breathing in to lower. Again, breathing out, engaging the core, lifting the heel. Breathing in to lower. So very subtle. Alright, but again, you get this right, you're really going to feel that deep core center of your body. Okay, you may also feel your internal oblique muscles kicking in as well. Alright, it's all good, it's all good. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower, and you're doing your best to try not to clench your buttocks here. Good, 2 more if you can. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. 1 more. And then take a breath in, and then breathing out as you lower your back all of the way back down. Now we're going to come up into ab prep. Now I'm going to offer up that you either place your ball between your knees or your cushion between your knees, and then as we come up we can squeeze, alright? If you don't like it, if it feels too intense or it's not working, don't worry, you don't have to use it. You'll still get a good effective workout without using it. So hands come back behind your head, opening your elbows. As you breathe in through your nose, nodding your chin. As you breathe out through your mouth, raise your upper body, and if you can, you're squeezing that ball. Breathing in, let go. And then breathing out, squeeze as you lower back down to the floor. Letting go at the bottom. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, and you're squeezing the ball as you lift. Breathing in, let go, and then breathing out, squeezing again as you lower back to the floor and let go at the bottom. Breathing in, nod the chin, breathing out and squeeze, engage the core as you lift. Breathing in, let go, and then breathing out, squeeze, engage the core as you lower, letting go at the bottom. Breathing in, nod the chin, breathing out, and as you lift, maintain a neutral back. Pull up through the core, squeeze your ball, breathing in, let go, and breathing out, squeeze as you lower. Now for those of you who want to work just a little bit harder, pick up your feet, okay, so your toes line up with your knees. Breathing in, nod the chin, And breathing out, squeeze as you come up. Breathing in, let go at the top. And then breathing out again, squeeze, engaging the core as you lower, letting go at the bottom. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out and squeeze as you lift. Breathing in, let go. And breathing out, squeeze as you lower your chest back down. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, squeeze as you lift. Breathing in, let go. And breathing out, squeeze as you lower. Last one here. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out and squeeze to lift up. Breathing in. Breathing out, squeeze as you lower all of the way back down. Okay, now taking away the ball, I'm going to offer up, if you have the ball, that we're using it to work one leg forwards and backwards as we lift the other leg out straight. So ultimately, you can do this exercise if you don't have a ball, lifting one leg up on your in-breath and lowering down on your out-breath. So what I'm going to offer, those of you who have a ball, is that you put one foot on top of your ball and you have one leg straight. Okay? And then as you lift, you're pushing the ball away, and then you're drawing in as you lower the leg back down. Alright? So you're breathing in, and then breathing out to push out and away. Breathing in to draw the leg up, breathing out as you draw the leg down. Again, breathing in, drawing the leg up, breathing out and extending the leg down, all on the same leg today. Breathing in, breathing out to press away. One more, breathing in, and breathing out to press away. And those of you who have the ball, swap it over for me. And then go with the other leg, breathing in, and then breathing out to press the leg down. Breathing in, draw the leg up, and breathing out as you press the leg down. Again, breathing in, bring the leg up, breathing out, press the leg down. And again, breathing in, and breathing out as you lower. Good, two more, breathing in, and out to lower. One more time, breathe in, and out to lower. Good. Alright, let's from here come around onto your elbows. I'm going to get ready to come out into your plank. So I'm going to put the ball between my ankles, okay? And again, sometimes it helps if you have something between your ankles to make you, to encourage you to stabilise through your glutes. So you tend to want to squeeze it a little bit, okay? Now if you're clenching your buttocks, that will really help to keep your leg alignment strong, which in turn will stop you from dipping in your lower back. It may make it a little bit harder, okay, but you'll be able to hold out, you will start to progress your strength. For those of you who haven't got anything, okay, don't worry, okay, don't have to worry about it, it's not going to make any difference there at all, alright. Going to go up for 22 breaths. We're moving this up now, okay? So stop if you need to. Do this on your knees if you prefer, okay? And let's come around onto your forearms. If you're ready, start to straighten out your legs and squeeze the ball if you can with your ankles. Breathing in and out. Remember, looking forwards. Breathing in and drawing the navel back to the spine on your out breath. Breathing in and out, navel back to the spine. Breathe in and engaging the core on the out breath. Breathe in and out 5. In and out 6. In, out 7. In, out 8. In, out 9, in, out 10, in, out 11, in, out 12, in, 21, and in, out 22. Good job, everybody. Lower it down for me. All right, so just let your forehead come down there for a moment, and just give yourself a little roll with one shoulder and put it down. Roll with the other shoulder and put it down. Okay, just let go there for a moment. Now I'm going to come into just using the glutes in a moment. Okay, so if you have anything between your ankles and you want to keep it there, all right, work with it. If not, you could work into a double leg lift or a single leg lift. Okay, forehead coming down towards your fingers. And as we draw the heels in towards us, flexing our feet, breathing in. As you take the legs away, breathing out, pointing your toes. And if you can, you're lifting your legs a little bit off the floor. As you draw your heels in towards you, breathing in. As you take your legs away, point your toes, squeezing the backside and lifting the legs a little. Breathing in to flex your feet, heels in. Breathing out to point your toes, squeeze the backside and lift. Again, as you draw your heels in, flexing your feet. As you point your toes, squeeze the backside, pull the belly up and lifting your legs if you can. Again, breathing in, flexing your feet. Breathing out, point your toes. Engage your core, squeeze the backside, lifting the legs up. And again, breathing in, flexing your feet. Breathing out, point your toes, belly pulls up, engage the core as you lift. Again, breathing in, flex your feet, heels come in. As you breathe out, point your toes, draw the belly back and lifting your legs. 2 more there if you can. Breathing in, flex your feet. Breathing out, point your toes, squeeze and lift. 1 more time, breathing in, flex. Breathing out, point your toes, squeeze and lift. Alright, now if you could draw the ball in. Now I'm going to work up into breaststroke. Okay, I'm going to offer up a version with the ball. But again, you don't have to work with that today. But you could, even if you haven't got a ball, you can still do the arm movements. Alright, so don't worry, you can still do it. Okay, it's not going to make that much difference to what you're doing. This is not a heavy ball. Alright, you can still go through those motions. See how you feel, okay? And if you feel that the first stage that we're using is enough, leave it at that point, okay? You don't have to make it any harder today. Alright, so with the arms coming down by your side, relax out your buttocks completely for this one for me. And as you breathe in, peel both of your shoulders back. As you breathe out, engaging your core and lifting and hovering. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as you lower and letting your shoulders to the floor. Breathing in, peel back those shoulders. Breathing out, draw the navel back to the spine as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out to lower, shoulders coming all of the way back down. Again, breathing in, peel back shoulders. Breathing out, draw the belly up as you lift and hover. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out to lower, shoulders coming all the way back down. So that's our first stage. And if you would prefer to stay with that today, please do. Now I'm going to take my ball down in my right hand, down to the side of me. So the only change is, as I breathe in, roll back both shoulders. As you breathe out, engage your core to lift and hover. Then breathing in to pass the ball up to the left hand. Breathing out to bring it back. And then we release the shoulders back down upon the floor. Breathing in, peel back those shoulders. Breathing out, engaging the core to lift and hover. Breathing in to pass the ball up. And breathing out, drawing it back down by your side and releasing your shoulders back down to the floor. Breathing in, draw both shoulders back. Breathing out, engage the core to lift. Breathing in, pass the ball up. Breathing out, engaging the core and releasing your shoulders and your arms back down. Breathing in, shoulders back. Breathing out, engaging the core to lift. Breathing in to pass the ball up. And breathing out as you draw it down by your side and release. We'll have one more set if you can. Breathing in, roll both shoulders. Breathing out, engage the core to lift. Breathing in, pass the ball up. And breathing out as you draw it down and let your shoulders release. Last bit here. Breathing in, shoulders back. Breathing out, engage the core. Breathing in, pass the ball up. Breathing out, draw it back. And letting your arms back down. Alright, now taking either one or both heels in towards your back side. You can of course do this on your side. If this isn't feeling good for you on your belly today, do this from your side instead. Tilt the pelvis forwards, squeeze the back side tight. Maybe you're lifting one leg, okay, that's okay. Do one leg and then we'll do the other. Alright, if you can lift both, maybe you can lift both a little bit off the floor. And if you're doing one for me, swap now. If you're doing both, maybe come up a little higher, if that feels good to you this morning. And just opening the chest a little bit more maybe. And releasing it all of the way back down. Alright, let's come up onto your hands and knees. And we're just going to come up into that exaggerated cat stretch, just to really wake up and open up the back again for you. So if you take your fingers slightly off your mat, so your arms are a bit wider, and then as we draw the body through, so you're taking your chest down through your arms, elbows go back of your body, and then as you tuck your head in, you're pulling up through your shoulders and getting that stretch through the middle of your upper back. Again, as you come down, elbows going back of your body. As you draw up, tucking the head in and stretching through the middle of your upper back. Again, as you come down, elbows going back of your body. As you come up, tummy pulls up, shoulders draw up, looking up underneath you. One more time, coming down through the middle. And then as you come up, stretch out through the shoulders, up through your back. And release it out. Alright, pop yourself around to seated. Now I'm going to work from here into your roll back. So I'm going to work with the ball, okay, in the roll back. We're going to hold it in just a moment. But as always, if you prefer to use a band, if you've got something like that that you're using, or if you prefer to use something underneath your back, you know, just a cushion to protect and give you a little bit of security, by all means use that. Otherwise, hands on your thighs to begin here. Shoulders nice and open. Okay, taking a breath in. And as you breathe out, pull back your belly, curve your lumbar spine, go back to about halfway, breathing in, stay, and then breathing out, engage the core, draw up, sit, shoulders open back. Again, breathe in. As you breathe out, pull back through your belly, curve your lumbar spine, go back to about halfway. Breathing in, and then breathing out, and engaging with your core as you come back up. Alright, deep breath in. As you go back, breathing out, maybe going back in with your back towards the floor, only if it feels good to. Breathing in and breathing out as we slowly draw all of the way back up. Now the version that I'm going to offer up, for those of you ready and willing to want to work it harder. So I'm going to start to draw the body back, and as I do, I'm going to let the ball come upwards with me. Breathing in at the back without letting your head go to the floor, and then breathing out, engaging with your core all of the way up and pressing the ball forwards. Alright, shoulders nice and relaxed, sitting up tall, breathe in, breathing out. backboard just above the chest. Breathing in, breathing out. All of the way back up. Taking your time, try not to switch those shoulders on too much. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly roll on back. That's it. Good. Take your time just so that that ball is in front of your chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep the shoulders down. Peel the body up. Nobody launching the body off the ground, please. All right, one more time. Breathe in, breathing out. Shoulders down. Work your back gently into where you can come back from. Breathing in and out. All of the way back up, engaging with your core and lifting. All right, well done. Hold that ball down, coming into a little bit of usage of your upper back and your arms next. So if you'd like to bend up your knees for me and take your hands back behind you. Now we could open back with the shoulders, open back with the chest. As you dip, breathing in. As you push up, breathe out, lift up with your chest. Again, as you dip back, breathe in. As you push away from the ground, breathe out and lift on up. All right, if you're feeling stronger, straighten your legs. All right, and then as you come up, breathing out, engaging with your core. Toes can go down towards the floor. And breathing in as you lower. All right, both versions work. It really is going to come down to which one you feel you're working well with today. All right, so if you're dipping back in to go back out, engage the core as you come forwards. With this one, okay, with the lift, engage the core as you go up. So really pull back through your belly, push down through with your toes, breathing in. Try and keep the collarbone open a little there too. Two more, breathing out. Use your core to make that body just sound a little bit lighter. And relax. All right, let's just give the triceps a little bit of a release here. So if you draw down one arm, drop it to the back of your head, gently assist the stretch, maybe today. If you know that you can reach the fingers and it doesn't make any difference to the height of which you're sitting, and you can still keep your head up, okay, reach around. And then switch it up. And again, just give that arm a little bit of encouragement. And maybe if it's good for you today, reach around, find the fingers, keep the chin lifted. Good job, everybody. Now I'm going to bring you around onto your side. And again, we did this on Monday, but I'm just going to balance the feet on top of the ball. You could balance your feet on a cushion, okay, or you could leave it out, all right. If you're not finding that it's making that much difference, you could leave this out and you could have your feet flat on the floor. I'm going to be working into single leg raise, okay, so lengthening all the way out and along the floor. Having the ball just with your ankles resting upon, pushing your way through with your toes and laying your head out and along your arm. Now as you raise the top leg when you're ready, breathing out and pressing the leg away from you and breathing in as you lower. So as you extend the leg, breathe out, draw the navel back to the spine and breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out, extend, breathing in to lower. And if you can, try and be really light with the bottom leg. If you're balancing it on something, all right, try and make it a little bit lighter. If you're not balancing, maybe see if you can lift your bottom leg up just a little bit off the floor, so just an inch or so off the ground, all right, just to challenge the body out a little bit more. All right, but like I say, you don't have to. You know what's going on with your body today. If you're already working quite hard, and you don't want to work it any harder, you don't have to. All right, think about the main purpose here is to build on that core strength. All right, as much as we want to build on all the other strengths around the body, all right, this is our main purpose for practice here. Really pull back, belly pulls back as you lift the leg, breathing into lower. Again, navel back to the spine as you lift and into lower. 2 more if you can. Breathing out to lift, breathing into lower. 1 more. All the way back down. All right, now just draw that leg, draw the ball in, okay, so it's not rolling around, and then just bring your knees in and prop your head up. So we're going to be pressing the top leg away, okay, breathing out to press the top leg away, and here we're working into glute medius. All right, so as we press that top leg back, breathe out, breathe into lower. Breathe out to lift, into lower. Now you're going to feel this already, okay, off the back of that last exercise that we were just doing, okay? I know I can, so I can imagine maybe one other person can feel this as well. Breathing out to press, breathing into lower. All right, so really feel the inner thigh muscles working. They're doing a brilliant job for you here. And feel that work coming up into the glute medius, okay? Breathing into lower. Again, engage the core. I know it feels like it's an add-on, all right, but we are still working into our Pilates class. So, navel back to the spine, breathing into lower. Again, breathing out, navel back to the spine, into lower. Just 2 more if you can. Breathing out, into lower. 1 more. And relax. All right, come on up. Coming into our side bend. So if you can pull those knees in towards us, pop that elbow in underneath your shoulder. All right, so set up on this position. Okay, like I always say, you need your gaze coming straight forwards. You need your navel to be gazing straight forwards. Okay, when we lift, we want to be in that lovely symmetrical alignment, whereas the arm is going up past your ear and it's not shadowing your face. As you go up, pull up through your waist, underneath you, breathing out to lift and breathing into lower. All right, so you can either stay on your elbow or we go like, oh, all right. So it might be a bit awkward if you've got a cushion on this one, so don't worry, okay? It's not, and again, it's not going to make much difference to what you're doing. As you lift, you're breathing out, connecting the inner thighs. And if you can, you're trying to touch the ball to the floor, breathing into lower, all right? So as you go up, breathing out, pull up through your waist, reach and touch over, breathing in. All it's going to do is give you an incentive, okay, to pull up a little bit more through the bend, all right? But don't cheat, okay? Don't go cheating and sending your body forwards just to get the ball on the floor. All right, keep that ball going right up past your ear and all the way back up. Again, breathing out, engaging the core, lift, into lower. We've got 2 more if you can. Breathing out, reach, into lower. 1 more time. And releasing it back down. Good. All right. Spin it round. We're going to work the other side. So again, if you have a ball or anything that you want to destabilise your body on, you can put it along the floor. Like I said, we can use without. All right. So lengthening out and along the floor again for me. Feel the hips are stacked up as always. Okay, lifting your chin a little bit. And as you raise that top leg, breathing out, press the leg away. Breathing in as you lower. Okay, so trying to keep that leg line as straight as you can. It doesn't matter how high it lifts. The height is not important, all right? But if you can extend through the toes, if you can stretch through the leg line, okay, that's the thing that's going to make the difference for me. All right, and for you, okay? So as you lift, engaging the core, breathing out to lift, breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out to lift. And those of you not using a ball today, maybe lift the bottom leg just a bit off the floor. All right, make that bottom leg do a little bit more work for you. It's going to make all those muscles work around your hips and your pelvis, your lower back. If you don't like it, if it's too intense, rein it back, of course. Breathing out to lift, into lower. 2 more. And lower. 1 more. Alright, and prop your head up. Okay, just move that ball away. And you're going to bring those knees forwards of you. Have your elbow in alignment with your shoulder. Knees pulled up. Okay, big toes together. And then as we press backwards into that little oyster position, breathing out to lift and breathing into lower. So engaging the core, press back, in as you lower. Again, breathing out, navel back to the spine, in as you lower. And again, engaging the core, press back, into lower. Again, breathing out, pressing away, into lower. Good, really all that lovely strength work around the inner thighs, around the hip and the pelvis. Breathing out and also working into glute medius. All right, great strength area. Breathing out to press back, into lower. Again, breathing out, press the knee back and into lower. Again, engaging with the core, into lower. 2 more. Breathing out, press back, into lower. 1 more. And relax. Alright, pop yourself up, ready for your side bend. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Opening out with your chest, lifting your chin. As you lift, engaging the core, pop yourself over, reach towards the ground, breathing in. Okay, and the only purpose of reaching towards the ground is to give you that incentive to pull up underneath your waist. Okay, that oblique area underneath your body. Those of you who've got a ball, you're coming up, hand to the floor, going to open your chest and off we go. So as we lift, again, it's a little bit harder, you know, to touch the floor, isn't it, when you haven't got something in your hand, okay? All right, so breathing out as you reach, pressing over. But eventually we'll all be able to reach the ground, all right? Without the ball, and you're going to be able to do it. So pulling on up, reaching in as you lower. Again, breathing out, pulling up through your waist, reaching into lower. You can do this. Keep going. Breathing out, pull on up, reach into lower. 2 more. Lift, pull on up and lower. Pull those hips forwards, remember. Breathe out, lift and relax it down. Good job, everybody. Okay, now I'm going to work on a release coming forwards. I'm going to work with one leg up, so bear with. If you've got issues with your knee, okay, if taking the leg in like this is not a thing that your body wants to do at the moment, don't worry, just have your legs out straight, it'll be fine, okay? But I'm going to do one leg in, and I'm going to roll the ball along one leg, okay? Again, if you haven't got the ball, it doesn't matter. All right, what you could work into instead is to stretch over, and then you could bring it back, okay? You can make it into a lovely stretch across and coming back, so you don't have to use the ball, all right? If you have the ball, you're putting it on your leg, you're straightening your arms, and as you press it out, breathing out, and breathing in, draw you back. So you're either floating your arm over, and we're going into a little bit of what I like to call active stretching, okay? So with active stretching, we're not holding it for too long. And for people who are particularly stiff in certain areas of the body, it sometimes helps them to keep going, because I know sometimes if you're holding a dynamic stretch and those muscles are really tight, your muscles start to shudder. All right, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? Nothing's going wrong, okay? It just isn't always very nice. But sometimes when we go into these active movements, so we're going over the stretch a few times, sometimes the muscles let go a bit more, and then they give you a bit more. All right, let's change legs. Again, don't worry, if you can't put that foot in at the moment, have both legs straight, just so that we're reaching the other way. All right, so again, if you're reaching over, breathing out, lovely long stretch across and back. Okay, love that exercise anyway, I did that last night in yoga. All right, otherwise you're moving it forwards, breathing out and breathing in to come back. Okay, so breathing out as you come forwards, breathing in, pulling it on back. Again, breathing out, coming forwards, breathing in and back. Again, breathing out, reaching forwards and over, breathing in. Otherwise you're rolling that ball out and along your leg. And if you're rolling with the ball, try and keep your arms straight, okay? Try not to tickle the ball. You want to really just push it down and along the leg, okay? Like you're ironing your leg, okay? And back, 2 more. Breathing out. And in, 1 more. Okay, come on back, good job. Now I'm going to bring you around onto your back. We're going to do the 100, of course, okay? So today, if you do have anything that you want to put, similar to when we did the ab prep, you can put the ball between your knees or your ankles, and when you breathe out, give you an extra squeeze. All right, for some people, once they're going on with that 100 posture, it gives them something else to focus on. All right, if you have a ball and you like balancing it on the bottom of your feet, if you are of that kind of ilk, like me, okay, and you like balancing things, all right, then you could take the ball a bit to your feet, all right, and it would just hold in there, all right, and it might just give you a little bit of a distraction, okay? Otherwise, either between the knees or between the ankles, or not at all. So always, we've got that neutral back, raising your head, neck and shoulders, maybe, if you can, opening out with your chest. And then breathing in for about 4, and then out for about 6. Alright, so set up that lovely deep breath in, and as you breathe out, feel as if you're squeezing a sponge inside of your body. So breathing in, as you breathe out, squeeze and pull in nice and tight, engaging with your core. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 3, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 76, 7, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bend your knees, take it down. All right, now just been doing this over the last few weeks, okay? The reason I'm doing this is to try and give a little bit more range work to the back of your neck. First of all, take your head over to one side and see if you can you do want to try and get the whole of your ear onto the floor, okay? So you're trying to turn your head a little bit further than you would usually do when you turn your head. and go the other way. So you need to pick the head up off the ground, place it on the floor, and try and turn your ear into the ground. And then bring it to the middle. And here's where we give ourselves a double chin, drawing that chin right in towards your chest. Try and get the back of your neck on the floor. And then let your neck away. We'll do that again. So draw the chin in towards your chest. Try and wriggle the back of your neck a little bit further so that eventually it's flat on the floor. And then releasing it away. Okay. So last couple of things I want to do with you today. Okay, they're both on this sort of relaxation level. So you'll be pleased to know. Alright, so I've got the ball, first of all, going into the curve of my lumbar spine. And I'm coming back into what we did at the beginning. That's it, so a cushion will work just as well here. So the curve of your lumbar spine is completely fulfilled. Then from here, your ribs will feel like they're popping a little bit. Okay, that's all right. That's where I want you to be. Relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders. And all we're going to work in from here is what we do at the beginning. Whereas we tilt the pelvis inwards towards us and then release the back away. Now, often when we do this sort of exercise, we're limited to how much we can move because of the ground. All right? So when you're up on something, and also because we've worked the whole practice and we've really moved a lot of your body, okay, and in particular your back muscles. So now we're working into a deeper movement, okay, of the back and the pelvis. So as we're lifting, we're drawing the hips towards us, and then as we're releasing, we're letting the ribs arch out. Okay, but all of the while we're lovely and supported. Now if you place your hands onto your belly, you might be quite nicely rewarded by the fact that you can feel your abdominals really working. Even though this probably doesn't feel like a very hard exercise, alright, it's quite nice to know that those abdominal muscles are doing a job here. Okay, so coming all of the way back and then pulling it all of the way forwards towards you. Okay. Alright, and then rest. Now I'm going to work the last little one, which is that we're going to put this into the area between your shoulder blades. So again, if you've got a cushion, roll it up like a sausage and then place it between your shoulder blades. Okay? And then from here, again, you might need another cushion behind your head. Some of you will get your head on the floor, some of you won't. I'm going to take my hands back behind my head and then open my chest all the way back. Okay, so my elbows eventually will go to the floor and the top of my head will be on the floor. Alright, but again, it's just as a chest opener. And from here, like I said, I'm using this as a resting position for you today. You can either stay with your fingers by your ears, as if you were about to do a sit-up. You can take your arms out to the side. You could take your arms above your head. Some people like to cross their arms across their chest and just let the shoulders drop a little bit. Whatever feels good to you. And just breathe into that opening. Opening there of the pectoral muscles. You know, just by your armpits. Just another couple of breaths. Just let it go. Alright, particularly if you're Working at home, you've got a funny position for your desk at the moment. We need to get down on the floor at the end of the day, put the cushion between the shoulder blades, open up the chest and let the body open up the opposite way to how it's been held for most of the day. Okay, now gently going to get you to roll over to one side and then come back on up. Now if we could take the hands in underneath your knees, find your elbows, pull on back, just ease into a little bit of a lower back stretch. And then holding on by your fingers underneath your knees. And then again, pull it back down a little bit, tucking the head in. Feel that stretch just below your neck. And then hand hold the other way round. And again, draw back. And then coming back on up. Okay, a little loose leg cross position if you want, or sitting back on your heels or kneeling up, whatever would feel good for you. I'm going to take the hands all the way back behind the body, roll open the shoulders, lengthen through your spine, and just tucking the head in. So you're drawing down, getting that stretch along the back of your neck. And then taking your head across and looking down into the corner of your body. And bring it through to the middle. Take the head across to the other side. And back through to the middle, bring the head back up, and then just lower one ear towards one shoulder. And all of these neck releases that we're using, it's just so that we don't ever get to a stage in our lives that should we need to look over our shoulder quickly, we don't have to turn the whole of our body to do so. And it's just keeping those muscles supple, keeping them open. And take the head the other way. And bringing them all the way back round. Now let's bring the arms to come forwards of your body. Feel that stretch across the middle of your upper back. As you breathe in, raise your arms above your head. As you breathe out, open your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other, looking straight ahead if you can. Swish your shoulders forwards, tucking the head in. As you breathe in, use your abdominals to bring you up. And as you take your arms open and back, breathing out, squeezing the shoulder blades together. One more time, swishing the arms forwards, tucking the head in. As you come up, breathing in, nice and strong. As you go back, breathing out, opening it back, and loosening it off. All right, very well done this morning, everybody. Okay, I hope you feel good. I hope it's set you up nicely for the rest of your day.